Included in High Road are 4 kingdoms, each represented by a different banner. Though each has a unique look, they function the same. Each kingdom has 5 territory cards and 15 action cards. The action cards consist of 1 tribute, 1 assassin, 2 scouts, 2 thieves, 4 knights, 2 mages, 1 monarch, and 2 traps. Once you've picked your kingdom, separate the territory cards from the action cards. Arrange the territories in a row such that the illustrations line up and the highest numerals in the center, while the lowest are on the edges. The territory in the center is your capital. The game ends as soon as any player's capital is captured. Now choose a player to go first. Turns will not begin until after the setup, but your order may impact how you deploy your opening. To deploy your opening, place 1 action card of your choice face down above each of your territories. That card is now the territory's protector. Now that you've set up your board, let's go over the core mechanics of kingdoms. The territories of your kingdom connect horizontally via a single route. The territories at the edge of your kingdom are your borders. They connect to the borders of neighboring kingdoms. When you capture territories, they will be added to your kingdom and push your border further out. If you have only a single opponent, each of your borders will connect to one of theirs. But in a 3-player game, each end of your kingdom interacts with a different opponent's border. With 4 players, you can't capture territory from the player directly across from you because you don't share any borders with them. Action cards are the tools you will use to defend your kingdom and capture new territories. They enter play face down from your hand and become revealed when used. You only get to take up to 2 actions on your turn. Let's go over the types of actions you can take in High Road. The swap action allows you to return a card in play to your hand before playing a new card in its place. The new card can be the same as the one that was returned. The deploy action is taken to play a card from your hand to an unprotected territory in your kingdom, while the reconfigure action moves an action card already in play to an unprotected territory in your kingdom, or switches the positions of 2 of your action cards already in play. Evacuating is the action of returning a card to your hand without replacing it. Lastly is the attack action. You can attack bordering territories using action cards that are protecting your adjacent bordering territory. Reveal your action card if it isn't already revealed. If the defending territory is unprotected, you win by default. If it is protected, the defender must reveal their action card if it isn't already. The card with the higher level wins, barring abilities that dictate otherwise. The losing card is placed face down in that player's discard pile. If the attacker wins, the territory is added to their kingdom, and the winning card may remain where it was, or be moved to protect the new territory. If the defender wins, no territory is traded. In the event of a draw, both action cards go to discard, and no territory is traded. Time to take a closer look at these action cards. At face value, each one is as powerful as the level displayed in the upper right corner. But each one has an ability that makes them the best tool for the right job. Tributes are the lowest level card. They can't attack, but when using the swap action on it, you can reveal them to instead swap with a card in your discard pile. Should you find yourself in dire straits, the tribute is your one-time chance to crawl back from the jaws of defeat. Assassins are glass cannons. When they attack, they can beat any defender except the trap. But don't overstep. When defending, assassins lose their ability and can be defeated by any attacker. Scouts can be revealed from a territory bordering an opponent to force them to reveal a card protecting their adjacent border. Using the scout's ability does not expend an action. Thieves are the only ones who can defeat the trap. Use them to blow past your opponent's defenses when they least expect it, and outvalue them to victory. Knights reward aggressive maneuvers. Immediately after they win an attack, the knight can be swapped without using an action. Knights are the perfect way to exploit underprotected territories and quickly advance your board. Mages can be revealed and then switch positions with another of your action cards in play. This does not expend an action. They cannot move to unoccupied territories in this way. Reigning above are the Monarchs. They have no special abilities, but they are the highest level card that can attack. This makes them potent options, especially if an opponent has already lost their assassin or traps. Finally, traps are the highest level action card. They cannot attack, and even after a successful defense, they will go to discard, though the territory will not be lost. Traps are roadblocks that can slow down your adversaries and potentially take out some of their most powerful pieces. To see how this all comes together, let's watch this two-player game of High Road. In this game, the Kingdom of the Blood Moon faces off against that of the Rising Star. The Moons begin the game by using the Scout's ability, revealing a trap up ahead. They then use the swap action to return the Scout to their hand and replace it with a new action card. The Moons then use their second and final action to attack with the Thief. The trap goes to discard, and the Moons add the new territory to their kingdom. They choose not to advance the Thief during the attack because it is a weak defender. Now it's the Stars' turn. They were prepared for this outcome and opened with a Knight behind their trap. Now they can attack with it to recover their lost territory. The Knight's ability will happen, but since this player intends to attack with it again, they don't bother using it. The Knight goes for a second attack, defeating the Thief, claiming another territory, and this time using its ability to swap itself. The Moons aren't giving in so easily, though. They reveal a Mage and use its ability to switch its position with another card in play. Then they use their first action to attack with that card, revealing it as the Assassin. Better yet, it seems that they struck the Star's Monarch. The Moons use their last action to deploy another card to protect their gained territory. The Stars strike back, slaying that visible mage with an assassin of their own. And then, in a gamble to win it all, the Stars attack the Moon's capital, knowing only a trap can foil their victory. Unfortunately, that's exactly what was waiting for them. Both cards go to discard, but the Moons are safe. For now. They deploy a new card to protect their capital, and follow it up with an attack, using their Monarch to defeat a Knight. With limited options, the Stars swap for a new card, and then swap it again, revealing the tribute and replacing it with a card from their discard. The Moons know that the retrieved card is likely a trap or a Monarch. They reconfigure the Assassin to their border and attack. It was indeed a Monarch, and the Blood Moons claim victory. The moment any player's capital is captured, the game is over and points are tallied based on the total worth of territories in each kingdom. A territory's value is denoted by the numeral in the upper right corner. In the example game, the Moons had 12 points, while the Stars had only 6. In a 3 or 4 person game, capturing the capital is not a guaranteed victory, as there are scenarios where another player has enough other territories to outvalue your score. This encourages playing to both sides of your kingdom, rather than targeting a single opponent. Before leaving you to the fun, here are some tidbits for the road. If you forget what you've played, you can always check to remind yourself. Once a card is revealed, it stays face up until it is returned to your hand or discarded. When you set up, make sure there is enough room for your kingdom to expand. And finally, cards will be slid around, so play on clean, smooth surfaces to avoid damage. This has been an intro to High Road. Enjoy the journey.